This is Murray Riley Jr. from the Stomp and Shout Talk Show, now the Sky Shout Radio Podcast. You're listening to my man, Tim Wilson of the Up Doe Show. Keep it tuned in, everyone.
The Up Doe Show, your commentary on sports, entertainment, and alternative news.
It's the day after Christmas. Hey, this What Up Doe, the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe Show. Yo, 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 what up, Doe? It's your boy T. Wilson, and I want to thank you all for listening. We are live on a Friday morning. It is the day after Christmas. I have a Christmas hangover. How about you? We don't have a whole lot, but we don't have a whole lot of time either. So we're going to hop right into it and get busy with this piece and move on. Oh, let's do some birthdays first. I was about to say get this party started, but we got to do some birthdays. I got a good one for you today, too. I'm going to save you for last. I'm going to save you for last. You already know who I'm talking to. I got Mariana Robards Logan. What's up, Mariana? I got Tangela Jones Bond. A lot of two last names people down here today. Tangela Jones Bond. And also I have Michael the Truth Poet. What up, Truth? And last but certainly not least, the black man, Enrique Black of the 5 Minutes Away podcast. Happy birthday to all of y'all. Mm-hmm. And now that we have the birthdays out the way, let's go and get this party started.
What Up Doe Sports?
The return of Lebron James to Miami have been the biggest story when the Cleveland Cavaliers faced the Miami Heat on Christmas. But it was a happy ending for Dwayne Wade and company, who beat the Cavaliers 101-91, led by Dwayne Wade's 31 points and Lil Dang's 25 points. You know, he's got a little African in him. The Heat proved to be too much for King James and the Cavs, ending Cleveland's 3-game winning streak despite the absence of one Chris Bosh. I guess that put an exclamation point on LeBron's decision number 2. You should have stayed put in Miami. You can't even beat him without Bosh, man. You should have stayed in Miami. A lot of basketball yesterday. The Los Angeles Clippers, Los Angeles being the home of the Hoopla crew. Los Angeles Clippers survived an ice-cold start to upend the Golden State Warriors at the Staples Center on Christmas night. What's going on with Golden State? They lost a couple of them now. Down the stretch, Clippers six-man extraordinaire Jamal Crawford, Chris Paul, and the team's defense took over the game. The result was the worst loss for the Warriors this season and a 186 victory for the Clippers. The Los Angeles Lakers got a whole lot of coal for Christmas. First head coach Byron Scott decided to bench Kobe Bryant for the game, opting to give the superstar a break. And then the Chicago Bulls went out and beat the brakes off the Lakers 113-93, led by former Laker Paul Gasol, who finished the game with 23 points and 13 rebounds. Talk about adding insult to injury. Still, there was nothing but good feelings between Bryant and Gasol after the game. They hugged and kissed and rubbed each other's booties. I guess that'll also slow down that we're better without Kobe chatter that started after the win over Golden State. Hibbity hoopla! If there was any doubt that the Oklahoma City Thunder were getting their swagger back, their swagger jack, A 114-106 victory over the San Antonio Spurs on Christmas Day shows they are headed in the right direction, making the win even sweeter. They pulled it off without Kevin Durant, who is still battling a sprained ankle.
Hibbity hoopla!
The NBA's Christmas slate tipped off with a showdown in Madison Square Garden between the Washington Wizards and the New York Knicks, where a fight broke out between what's his name, John Wall, and some guy that I never heard of. Like many games for the home team this season, it often wasn't pretty. The 102-91 final score indicated that. New York is now getting their ass beat on a regular basis.
Hibbity hoopla!
What Up Doe Entertainment.
Kim Kardashian says she can't get pregnant. She says her and Kanye has been trying and trying, but it looks like North was a miracle baby because she was told that she couldn't get pregnant before she had North. And then they thought maybe it would be easier a second time around since we had one they said we couldn't have. Maybe we can have another, and not so much. But doctors told Kim Kardashian, you were fortunate. North was never supposed to happen. And as far as this happening again, the answer is slim to none. But the good news is,
I like big butts.
Chris Brown appears to be back with Karrueche Tran. Bought her a whole bunch of shit for Christmas. A couple of diamond rings. She's wearing them on the wrong hand, so I don't think they're engaged. But it looks like engagement rings on the wrong hand, so they're not engaged. Also bought her a puppy because he wanted to call somebody in the house bitch without anyone getting mad.
I like big butts.
Nick Cannon is recording a new CD in which he allegedly has some good and not so good things to say about his ex-wife, Mariah Carey. Hopefully, she won't be singing at his Christmas party.
7:30.
Come experience pop culture from the dark side. On the 7:30 show with me, Latone Heart.
I need my cigar on this.
Available on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn, Betamax, and VHS.
Yo, what's up with your boy?
I'm just a man with a fork in a world full of soup. No, I don't need no damn medicine.
Latone Heart. He may need medicine.
Check me out on the 7:30 Show podcast.
Yes, indeed. And around the country, the Sony Picture scam was a mild success. Yes, I called it the Sony Picture scam. I suspect and have suspected for some time that this whole Sony hacking scandal has been a Sony hack job. That's right, a publicity stunt, if you will. While the movie opened online 2 days ago and opened in a limited amount of theaters yesterday, it only made a fraction of what most major films make on opening night in theaters because it was only in a fraction of the theaters. However, there were over 200,000 downloads in the first 10 hours of the release online and not an empty seat in a single theater during a single showing of this film yesterday. It's a scam, folks. You've been had. You've been hoodwinked. You've been bamboozled. Plymouth Rock. You didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on you. That was going so well there for a while, and I just screwed it up in the end, didn't I? It was going so well. I hate that, man. It drives me crazy. I messed up a Malcolm X quote.
What Up Doe News.
In Phoenix, Arizona, you remember this story, the black bear that was running wild in Arizona. Well, they got his ass. The black bear got a new home for Christmas. Frickin' ground. For several days, this bear has been reported wandering through suburban Phoenix, but it was finally tranquilized and captured on Christmas morning in somebody's backyard. The Department of Public Safety was first on the scene, but wildlife officials weren't far behind. We want our credit too, damn it. On the move since Monday, the black bear retreated to a suburban backyard after being hit by a tranquilizer dart at roughly 5 in the morning. The homeowner wasn't home at the time, but the black bear had already eaten their kids. I know that's horrible. I shouldn't say that. It's not true. He didn't eat both the kids. In East Hampton, Massachusetts, a kayaker rescued by firefighters may have been attempting to install a Charlie Brown cutout on a Christmas tree raft when he damn near drowned. Too freaking funny. Fire Chief David Motter said the man who was found clinging to the raft that holds a Christmas tree in the middle of the pond had a 3-foot-tall cutout of the Peanuts character in the kayak that was later recovered by firefighters. Motter said the man may have been attempting to install the cutout alongside the tree when his boat capsized. Talk about a practical joke gone wrong.
You suck, you jackass.
In Sycamore Township, Ohio, the suburban Cincinnati owner of a nativity scene with a zombie twist said he hasn't decided whether to comply with an order to remove the undead display. Jason Dixon was threatened with a $1,000 fine if he does not remove the Christmas Halloween mashup display, which he dubbed the Zombie Nativity, from his yard by Friday. And he's deciding if he wants to comply. This is definitely not a black dude, or otherwise they would have shot him. A pair of anonymous complaints led investigators to determine the 10-foot by 10-foot nativity scene in Dixon's yard violates property maintenance codes. Told you, they can always find something to arrest you for. They have so many laws and so many ways to interpret the laws, they can always find something. Dixon, who manages a haunted house in Indiana, said he and fiancée Amanda Baker are huge Halloween fans. So when it came time to decorate for Christmas, they decided to work with the objects they already had from the other holiday. We had ugly stuff to work with, Dixon told the What Up Doe Show. We had me. I'm ugly. My fiance, she's really ugly. And then we had these cute little Halloween things. Other people think they're ugly, but they look better than us. So we figured since we're uglier than the things, it should be okay. We stand in our yard, no one complains. Why should they complain about our shit? The ugly stuff turned into a display featuring partially skeletal wise men and a pale baby Jesus with empty white eyes. It's creepy and against maintenance codes.
What up, everybody? This is Gil Lowry from the Onyx Truth Podcast, and you were listening to my homeboy T. Wilson from the What Up Doe Show. So keep it locked, fam.
And it is now time for your What Up Doe closing commentary. Yes, I told you it's a short show today, man. What can I say, man? We don't have a whole lot to cover. But check this out, man. I just want to say the magic of Christmas struck again. I hope it struck with you. It definitely struck with me. It hasn't looked like Christmas or felt like Christmas all week long. In fact, for the bulk of the day yesterday, it didn't feel like Christmas. Yesterday felt more like a Sunday than Christmas. Then it happened. We all got together and the party began. And at some point during the night, I had the moment. I had the conscious thought, now this feels like Christmas. I had a lot of fun. I had a wonderful Christmas. As bland as this Christmas season has seemed to me, Christmas Day found its way into my heart, and it found its way into the hearts of many around me. And I hope you had a great one as well. And I hope you have a safe and happy new year. I will see you between now and then. It is Friday. Have a great weekend. Enjoy it. And I will see you on Monday, guys. You have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend. And by the way, say Christmas and not Xmas, because Xmas is atheist way of cutting Christ out of Christmas, in case you didn't know that. X is the symbol of the unknown. The same way Malcolm X changed his last name to X because he didn't know that his real last name, because Little was the name of the plantation owner of his slave ancestry. So he used the symbol of the unknown as the X. The same goes with Christmas/Xmas. They replace Christ with the symbol of the unknown and say Xmas. So if you are not an atheist, be careful with that and don't say Xmas. Have you ever seen the signs that say no crossing and they have an X instead of the cross? Same thing, same concept. So be mindful of that. And other than that, man, I just want to say I hope you had a very Merry Christmas. And if Christmas is not over for you, that's okay too, because some people's Christmas linger throughout the weekend because they had to work on Christmas. You know, if you're work in a hospital, in the medical field, or in the law field, you may not have had Christmas off. And that's okay too, because you can celebrate Christmas throughout the weekend, or there's just some family members you didn't see yesterday that you'll see this weekend. Let it linger, man, and enjoy it. And I mean that. Make the most of it, because you only get one a year, and it might be your last. And that is all I have, man. I want to thank you for listening. And big up to my man, Latone Heart. He hosts a show called The 730 Show. You can hear him on Spreaker.com, Stitcher.com, and also iTunes. Big up to my man, Dino Red of the Shiznit Show. You can check him out on Stitcher.com or the ShiznitShow.com. Big up to Enrique Black. Happy birthday, brother. He does a podcast called the 5 Minutes Away Podcast. You can hear it on Stitcher.com. Big up to my girl, Lavinia. She Be Show Nuff, and her cousin, Bajetto Rising. She Be Show Nuff does a show called Straight No Chaser alone, and then she does a show with Bajetto Rising called Just Thinking Out Loud. I'm a very big fan of both shows. Big up to Murray Riley Jr. of the Sky Shout Radio Podcast, and also my man Gil Laurie of the Onyx Truth, and Lisa Marie of Juice Talk Radio. That's all I got, man. Y'all have a great, great weekend. Peace out. Press your crease out. Keep the police out while I bust his niece out. And I'm out of here like last year. Peace.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
What up, though?